The TVWAN News is proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.
Hello, this is TVWAN News. I'm Camilla Guare.
And I'm Rex Lita. Join me later in the bulletin for all your sporting details.
In this edition, existing gold contracts to remain unaffected, state lawyers challenged to lift their game, and hunters confident to maintain winning streak.
The widely debated National Gold Corporation Bill will not affect mining companies' existing contracts. Prime Minister James Marape gave the assurance when delivering his opening remarks at today's stakeholders consultation on the National Gold Corporation Bill 2024 in Port Moresby. A first-of-its-kind stakeholder consultation on the National Gold Corporation Bill 2024 was hosted this morning at the Hilton Hotel in Port Moresby. Hosted by the Office of the Minister of Mining, Prime Minister James Marape opened the consultation by explaining why the government is supporting the bill. Apart from stressing on downstream processing as a key policy anchor of the Pangu-led government, he gave the assurance that existing contractual arrangements with mining companies will not be affected by the bill.
Those who are the big miners in our country, take it from me, your contracts will not be affected. That's why I'm happy we're having this consultation. If we were a dictatorial government, it's our way or no way. We would have already gone to Parliament with the bills that are proposed. But our country is a country of consultation. We get with people we feel are affected in whatever we propose. We must hear them out, and we're still hearing you out.
Marape encouraged stakeholders, including the PNG Chamber of Resources and Energy, Transparency International PNG, and legal counsels and representatives from the mining sector to go through the bill and voice their opinions.
But we want to deliver a product of gold refinery, likewise refinery in all the other sector, that is world-class, that is well accredited. This venture, state puts down no money to start up a business. The investors carry the cost. We sit as 30% equity owners right from start, free. The other 20% from the earnings we buy out into owning 50%. At any time down into time, state could own 100% if we pay out the investors. So that's a business proposal, business venture aspect that is on foot. Please pick that up and have a scrutiny and tell me what is wrong with this. Tell government what is wrong. Pick the law up and tell us what is wrong.
Senior Vice President of the PNG Chamber of Resources and Energy, Richard Kaspan, clarified that the Chamber does not oppose the concept of a refinery in PNG, provided that it is not a monopoly, but instead offers gold producers globally competitive prices, charges, terms and conditions.
The government, and our position is quite simple, the government already has existing laws and the capability to establish and operate a refinery within Papua New Guinea without the need for, in our opinion, this controversial bill or bills. It already has the option to rehabilitate and expand the already established metal refinery operations limited as an option, which already has strong PNG ownership linked through statutory shareholders. This can be pursued without the need for the bill and at less cost to Papua New Guinea.
Mining Minister Murua Dilu at the stakeholders consultation on the National Gold Corporation Bill 2024 says the ministry now has two options to recommend to Prime Minister James Marape to either shelve the bill or build a business modality that will work for the country. Minister Dilu says a recommendation for consultations to extend for another 6 to 12 months will also be made.
Mining Minister Murua Dilu, in presenting his closing remarks at today's consultation, stated that consultation based on consensus on formulating bills and how the government runs the country is of great importance. He further says he will inform the Prime Minister of the views of the participants at today's consultation. Dilu says there are two outcomes the ministry intends to achieve.
One will be to make amendments to the proposed bill, or we shelve it entirely. Number two, we will have to, out of this consultation process, we will have to come up with a business modality that will work for this country.
Managing Director of Mineral Resources Authority Jerry Gary expressed that the consultation today was truly inclusive, as representatives from Transparency International PNG, the PNG Law Society and former Chief Justice Sir Arnold Ahmed also took to the stage.
So TIPNG is calling on all actors, utilize existing processes, including the ATI process, consult whether it's 6 months or further, ensure that other agencies have signed off on the bill, and we can then look at whether the goal process the Prime Minister said can still be met. If not, we should not progress the bill.
Read the Act. Gold is defined to include all other minerals. Copper, nickel, all other minerals. It seeks to give monopoly of our natural resource and even attempt to usurp the authority of our central bank. Read Section 72. This entity will be empowered to exclusively print our currency, our notes and our coins. An entity with no track record, with no history.
The agreement, I've had a copy, I've read it, the bill similarly. They're very complex, they're very long, and as a lawyer and a jurist and a former politician, it takes a bit of reading to understand all the serious implications. And
the National Gold Corporation Bill 2024 is feared to be a threat within the country's mining sector and the larger economy, as it threatens to establish a gold monopoly that could have disastrous consequences, as warned by the PNG Chamber of Resources and Energy. The Chamber says this proposed bill will affect 26 existing Acts of Parliament. Maricela Kelleton, TVWAN News.
The National Fisheries Authority has initiated a major infrastructural development project in Abao District, Central Province. It is guided by the Fisheries Management Act 1998 and the Development Strategic Plan 2021 to 2030. The project aligns with the government's goals to grow the economy to 200 billion kina by 2030, create 1 million jobs and improve the quality of life. Kupiano Station, a strategic hub connecting Milne Bay and Central Provinces, will host facilities for lending, processing and training, along with commercial aquaculture projects. The event featured traditional performances, speeches and a ribbon-cutting ceremony supporting the Connect PNG program to boost local economies and improve living standards. New Zealand and Papua New Guinea have agreed to strengthen bilateral relations following a meeting between New Zealand's Deputy Prime Minister and Foreign Affairs Minister Winston Peters and Papua New Guinea's Prime Minister James Marape in Port Moresby on Monday, May 13th. During the meet, Prime Minister Marape requested an increase in the quota for PNG workers under the recognized seasonal employer program.
Prime Minister James Marape has recognized New Zealand as a steadfast development partner since 1975 and noted the positive state of current bilateral relations. He expressed optimism about expanding cooperation in business, trade and investment, particularly in agriculture and energy sectors, emphasizing the principles of a free market economy. Highlighting the economic benefits of the recognized seasonal employer program especially for New Zealand's Hawke's Bay region. Prime Minister Marape requested an increase in the quota for PNG vehicles. He also extended his gratitude to New Zealand for its prompt support during the COVID-19 pandemic. The Prime Minister commended New Zealand's involvement in the Fred Hollows Foundation's eye care initiatives at Port Moresby General Hospital and lauded New Zealand's efforts in mediating the Bougainville peace process. Furthermore, Marape stressed the importance of tertiary and technical education for development goals in PNG and other Pacific Island countries. He proposed exploring partnerships for open campuses of New Zealand's tertiary institutions in PNG. Acknowledging ongoing military cooperation, the Prime Minister thanked the New Zealand government for supporting the establishment of the Kumu Leadership Centre at Murray Barracks in April 2022. Freddie Moe, TVWAN News.
The Melanesian Trustee Services Limited has claimed that the people attacking them are following a game plan based on a strategy presented to the board of MRDC in 2017. Co-Chief Executive Officer Lawrence Stephens said this after being accused of misusing 122 million kina by Prime Minister James Marape recently. Stephens said they have nothing to hide but welcomed any investigations into the MTSL.
Interference in the operations of a company. When we became aware of that strategy at that time, we referred the matter to the police for investigation. When MRDC became aware of our complaint, they sought an injunction in the courts to prevent the police and arms of government investigating them. When the court rejected their application, they appealed. Now, why appeal if they had nothing to hide? Their appeal was finally rejected by the Supreme Court only on March 28, 2024. And so SECOM and their associates continue their attacks without the protection from criminal investigation they sought. And we're pursuing the matter in court. And now our Prime Minister, who surely has many other more pressing issues facing him, has made the mistake of publicly making false accusations against us and an attack on our integrity.
You're watching TV1 News. Housing concerns for state lawyers and New Island schools close. We'll have those stories and more when we come back.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
A true champion is measured by their courage, their determination, and their passion to never give up and to always keep trying. With a delicious Milo and milk taste and added nutrients, Milo and milk is a great way to fuel our little champions with nourishing energy every day. Because true champions give it their all.
Milo, PNG and Mia. Find PNG made.
Open Labs.
He says the best Hunters players come from his region. So does she. But there's one thing that brings everyone together. SB Lager, Bungi Mumi.
right across the nation. We eat snacks crackers. Emi trupla. All get a young planalapun, only like him snacks crackers. Only make him here, no PNG, one-time lay biscuit company. It's crunchy and tasty. It's irresistible.
This season, the Bunce family are taking the ultimate risk.
There's no investors, there's no third party.
We're paying for it ourselves.
We have to find some good jade.
The stakes are high.
Joshua!
And every decision is their own.
Time and money is everything. That's how important it is.
Hit it!
Rush, 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 move, move, move.
It's all or nothing.
If we don't mine this year, we have no next year.
Jade Fever, streaming now on Outdoor.
Welcome back. Departmental heads in the law and justice sector have been encouraged to secure land for their offices, especially state lawyers, to address housing issues they face. Minister for Justice and Attorney General Pilar Niningi raised this when meeting with all state lawyers yesterday in Port Moresby.
The Minister for Justice and Attorney General Pilar Niningi encouraged departmental heads in within the law and justice space to make it their responsibility to secure land for state lawyers to build their own homes. Niningi said this while citing the ongoing housing issues faced by lawyers in this sector.
And lawyers and support sub house problem. We are the leaders. We take a lead. Please, Secretary, have a team. We talk many times now. When I entered in, I spoke to this, and it is now almost a couple of years gone. We are not implementing. Please ensure to make it happen. At least some members of our staff are housed or given a land to build their own house.
This, he said, is to meet the government's requirements to improve the terms and conditions of state lawyers.
Prime Minister has made mention many times on how proud he is of the state lawyers able supporting the government in addressing the legal issues.
He said owning a home is one of the privileges a public servant is entitled to, but such privilege comes with expectations.
With such privileges, there is an expectation that you will perform at your best and demonstrate integrity and professionalism in the discharge of your duties.
Niningi clarified that the decision to improve the terms and conditions of state lawyers will not affect their net salary.
To improve lawyers' terms and conditions does not affect their net salary.
The minister added that a team will be established to repackage the salaries for lawyers to ensure lawyers are not faced with discrepancy in their pay. Tracy Pa, TVWAN News.
The minister also challenged lawyers to lift the standard of their profession in Papua New Guinea. Niningi said more expatriate judges have been appointed because the standard of lawyers in PNG is very low, making it difficult to appoint lawyers to become magistrates and judges.
You must prove that you are worthy of such noble jobs. We are looking for outside of the country to appoint judges because of our lawyers in Papua New Guinea still need to rise up to the standard required.
A number of secondary schools in New Ireland province have closed or are facing closure due to the delay in the disbursement of the tuition fee-free funding. New Hanover Secondary School in Kaving District is one of the 11 secondary schools in the Maritime Province that will be closing this week. Principal Frederick Mahisu said they are in week 5 of term 2 and there is still no funding. Meantime, the New Ireland Provincial Chairman for Education, Felix Kaltubim, is calling on the Education Department to release funds immediately so students can resume classes. After 4 years of non-compliance, the Samarai Murua District Administration today presented the district's acquittals to the Department of Implementation and Rural Development. Member for Samarai Murua, E.C. Henry Leonard, says moving forward, the district aims to be the first to present its 2024 acquittals come next year.
The Samarai Murua District Administration today presented to the Department of Implementation and Rural Development the 2020 to 2023 District Service Improvement Program acquittal reports. Member for Samarai Murua and Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, E.C. Henry Leonard, apologized for the late submission of the acquittals.
Grateful that we are now put to rest this non-compliant issue. But this is our priority, that we must now acquit. Because if we don't acquit, there is no reason for the government to give us funding. The government will have more confidence in the district that we are expending funds and we are acquitting.
The district presented that all DSIP funds were expended primarily on key priority sectors of infrastructure, health, economic, education, and law and justice to assist its large rural population as per the DDA budget resolutions. DIRD Secretary Ahi Vaki acknowledged the district for owning up to their failures and encouraged them to improve in the years ahead.
I believe you don't really have that capacity to get these things done. But anyway, you have done what you can do. Your administration can put these things together to report on those previous years up to 2023. So congratulations. I know records were there, but nobody actually got them together as you're supposed to be doing that every year.
MP Leonard says it is now the aim of the district administration to be the first district to present its 2024 acquittals come next year. Maricela Kelleton, TVWAN News.
And now the finance news. The kina closed unchanged at $0.2614 US in the interbank market. At Bank South Pacific, our kina was buying $0.2539 US, $0.3804 Australian dollars, $0.2272 euro, and 39.44 Japanese yen. Looking at commodity prices at New York close, gold, coffee, and cocoa closed higher. Palm oil and crude oil closed lower, and copra and copper closed the day unchanged. And on the stock market, the Dow Jones closed higher, ASX closed higher, and all ordinaries closed higher as well. This is TV1 News. We'll have news making headlines overseas when we return. Stay tuned.
Experience a convenient and smarter way to do your banking with BSB Mobile Banking. You don't have to leave the office or your home to pay for bills. You can view your account balance, transfer funds, top up phone credits, or purchase easy paid units wherever you are. Visit your BSB branch today to register now for BSB Mobile Banking. BSB Mobile Banking, the smarter way to bank. BSB, our bank, our people.
Hiya, Mama. You wait then, but me add him special flavor.
Put in more flavor, put in more taste. Add the kakaro, get up a big smile on face. Time for give chicken a great kumutu. Sit
energy the taste PNG loves.
Need a wagon to carry stuff? Well, you're in luck! Win a fully stocked Flame wagon this holidays. Flame is giving away 345 Flame wagons stocked up with food for you and the family. How do you enter? Here's how. Simply buy Flame flour, Flame sugar, Flame oil or Flame rice, but 3 out of the 4 Flame products, and enter your name on the back of your receipt to win. Check participating stores in main centers. Terms and conditions apply. Make it more one-time Flame.
Enjoy life when we work together, making happy memories that last forever. Harem talk young or old, a scale rice family meal with toast. We'll bring out the smiles, cause it's a favorite by miles. Seni sigolo, scale rice, low scale price. Seni sigolo, scale rice, low scale price. But you like him?
Hardware House is more than just a store. It is where quality meets affordability, where culture is proudly celebrated. Spanning 9 provinces, we pride ourselves in offering top-notch customer support and services. We're more than just a store. We're more than a brand. We are Hardware House.
That's powerfully struck. And away they go. Oh, that's big.
After the success of her first restaurant in Goa, Sarah Todd is doing it all again.
Oh my God, it's happening.
This time in Mumbai.
It's pretty hectic here, people everywhere.
New location.
Exciting, but crazy at the same time.
And a whole new set of problems.
I've got some bad news.
Oh, there's so much pressure coming from every angle. Why am I doing it again?
My Second Restaurant in India. A brand new series. Coming soon on Outdoor.
Thanks for staying with us. In the neighboring New Caledonia, 1 person has been shot dead and 2 others wounded as violent protests and looting rocked New Caledonia, says the French Pacific Territory. Of the 3 wounded and admitted to emergency, 1 is dead, the victim of a gunshot. France has sent extra police squadrons to quell riots on New Caledonia after the French Pacific archipelago was rocked by a night of rioting against a controversial voting reform that has angered pro-independence forces. Shots were fired at security forces, vehicles torched and shops looted in the rioting, the worst such violence in New Caledonia since deadly unrest in the 1980s. In the New South Wales state of Australia, people accused of serious domestic violence offences will either be refused bail or they'll be forced to wear a GPS tracker. Premier Chris Minns says the bail changes will improve safety for women, but not all parts of the plan are ready to roll out.
Following the death of Molly Ticehurst in Forbes, allegedly at the hands of a former partner who was out on bail, the New South Wales government promised 2 separate reviews. Now the Premier says he can't afford to wait for them.
We will introduce legislation reversing the presumption of bail for serious domestic violence offences in the state.
It means people charged with certain domestic violence offences, including sexual assault, some strangulation offences, kidnapping and coercive control, will have to show cause, putting the onus on them to convince a magistrate they can be safely released. Even if they're granted bail, they'll have to wear a GPS tracker, but the government can't say when that system will be up and running.
We are concerned at the moment about what the time frame is. The government is not starting from scratch. We know that electronic monitoring is being extensively used at the moment with parolees.
There are always concerns with any kind of new reliance upon technology. For example, if they cut the monitor off, what then happens and what are the things that are in place to protect victims?
Other changes will require magistrates, not registrars, to assess bail in the most serious cases, ensure they consider certain red flags in the accused's behaviour, like harming an animal or verbal abuse, and require them to consider victims' and families' safety concerns. The proposals will also make it easier to keep alleged offenders behind bars while prosecutors challenge a bail decision, and give police more power to prosecute people who use secret tracking devices to monitor their partners. The policy is likely to put a strain on the New South Wales prison system, which is now housing a record number of convicted or alleged domestic violence offenders. The Premier says it will lead to more incarceration, but is confident it'll also save lives.
Outgoing Pacific Islands Forum Secretary-General Henry Puna has expressed concern over the unrest in New Caledonia, reflecting on the sensitive issue that has been brewing since the referendum in December 2021. Puna lamented the lack of consideration for the indigenous people and Kanak customs. He believed that holding the referendum during this period disrespected their traditions, leading to their reluctance to participate. Forum Chair and Cook Islands Prime Minister Mark Brown also weighed in on the situation, recognizing New Caledonia's quest for greater autonomy and independence. Deakin University has become the first university in Australia to order a pro-Palestine student encampment be dismantled. It comes after a heated 24 hours on campuses across Melbourne, where groups from both sides of the Israeli-Palestinian issue have felt under attack.
Facing off, two groups deeply divided. Monash University, the latest site where pro-Palestine and pro-Israel students have locked eyes, but it's the presence of a pro-Palestine group
Shame, shame, Australia, shame!
outside a Jewish memorial event overnight that has offended Jewish students who say they had controversial slogans yelled at them.
From the river to the sea calls for the annihilation of the Jewish people in the land of Israel.
You interpret that phrase as hate speech?
Hate speech. It is hate speech and it's not protected here on campus.
I reckon if you asked those people chanting it, heaps of them wouldn't have a clue, wouldn't be able to find the Jordan on a map. It's a provocative act.
I would totally reject the idea that our camp is anti-Semitic in any way, shape or form.
Well, I would ask Albanese if he knows where his humanity is.
At Deakin University's Burwood campus, this encampment, which is now cordoned off, has been told to move on. The university releasing a statement today saying the group is compromising the right of everyone in the Deakin community to access and enjoy a safe and secure learning and work environment, free of impediment, intimidation and harassment. Police have been contacted by multiple universities asking them to intervene, but are yet to take action. The students at this encampment have declared they're going nowhere and say any efforts to forcibly remove them will only put a bigger magnifying glass on the issue.
In America, when police and security were brought in to smash up peaceful protest encampments, those protests only grew.
Universities, they can be a place for protest, but that protest must be peaceful, it must be respectful.
The budget is being criticised by the opposition and many economists for adding to inflationary pressures, but many ordinary people feel it's not doing enough to help them with the rising cost of living.
So 25 years, I imagine a lot would have changed, in particularly all your bills that come in. How much have things changed?
I think change a lot, yeah.
How about your power bills? How much have they gone up by?
I think it go up around 800 a month. Yeah.
That's how much they've increased by, 800 a month?
Yeah.
So the government announced last night in the federal budget that small businesses will get just over $300 off their power bills each year. How do you feel about that?
I think that's not enough for the power go up. Yeah.
So you're obviously a small business owner, but you have household bills as well, $300 off for households. Is that enough, do you think?
I think not, yeah.
What sort of help would you like to have seen in the federal budget? Would you like to have seen more for small business?
I just hope the power go down. Yeah.
So you would like to see more help with their power bills reduce?
Yeah.
The government also has said that it's going to halve migration, and migrant student numbers are going to be dropped as well.
Yeah.
How much do you think that will change things in the area? Do you think that will make a difference?
Yeah, I think it's different. Yeah, because some overseas students live in here. Yeah, but now it's not much.
And do you think that will make a change to your business as well with the amount of people coming in?
Yeah, I think it's changed. Yeah.
And that ends the news segment. Later in sports with Rex, Hunters confident and Hakari down in tough encounter.
Kids in Papua New Guinea love to smile and spread joy. And when they smile, it lights up our world. Come on, Mom, it's you first. Do the 1, 2, 3. Wake up. Brush your teeth. Smile. Let's spread some smiles in PNG with Colgate.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Henow, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
The Power Play Awards Papua New Guinea are back. Launched by ExxonMobil to recognize its valued external partners, the program celebrates the accomplishments of exceptional women and the men that support them across both the LNG and decarbonisation industries. Are you Papua New Guinea's next power player? Applications now open across 4 categories: the Rising Star, the Low Carbon Accelerator, the Ambassador and the Pioneer. Visit pnglng.com to enter today.
Life is filled with unexpected twists and turns. But as a public servant, your healthcare, life insurance, and family security matters most. Introducing the Public Service New Care Association, PSNA, your life's partner in healthcare, life insurance, and guaranteed financial security. With PSNA, you receive quality healthcare services and immediate payment coverage using our smart card. Join the Public Service New Care Association today and experience the benefits that matter most. We are here for you today and tomorrow. PSNA, your partner in health and future security.
Welcome back to NRL 360. We're lucky to have Melbourne Storm coach Craig Bellamy joining us now. What about it last night? Reece Walsh found guilty.
Flick around the corner! There's your magic show in Vegas!
You and Buzz is walking into the nightclub.
Grand finals, obviously, so that's the biggest game of the year. 2 off the 4 club.
All right, well, fans, keep your eyes open and ears open to see who's going next.
Welcome to the Evergreen Mansion, Miss Jane.
You know me?
And when I showed him this hotel here, he told me that he really saw huge potential in this place.
Ah! What's wrong? Am I the only one who can see the ghost? It's over there!
You are the ghost!
You're trespassing.
Welcome back. It will be a short week of Host Plus Cup action in round 10 with 5 teams sidelined for byes. The Burleigh Bears, Central Queensland Capras, Redcliffe Dolphins, Tweed Seagulls and Western Clydesdales will enjoy the week off. The PNG Hunters will continue their winning run at home turf, but must be on Saturday. Five matches take to the challenge this weekend, as 5 teams take a break from the hard yards. In Saturday's match, May 18th, the PNG Hunters are running in with much confidence after last week's big win against competition leaders Northern Pride. The Hunters will enjoy another home run against the Ipswich Jets at the Santos National Football Stadium in Port Moresby. The Hunters, having enjoyed big wins for the past 2 weekends, is banking on its forward pack to lead the onslaught against the struggling Jets. Hunters coach Paul Iton remains positive in his boys for a good challenge. He is confident they can pull off another big win.
I got a lot of confidence in our attack the week before, and got a lot more confidence out of our defence this week. Just the effort the boys put in for each other shows that they're playing for each other out there, and it was good to see.
With the recent top performances, Hunters have moved up the QRL ladder to 8th place on 10 points. This weekend's win is a must to move up further on the ladder. It should be an easy win for the Hunters. PNG Hunters duo Eliza Roltinga and Joshua Lau faced the media yesterday ahead of the round 10 clash against Ipswich Jets on Saturday, May 18th at the Santos National Football Stadium in Port Moresby. Roltinga, who locked in the centre position with a strong show, is eyeing another win with emphasis on defence, while Lau finds home on the number 6 jumper. The PNG Hunters Electric Centre Eliza Roltinga just go about doing his job for the team, and he has been doing that since taking up the centre position in the past fortnight. With 2 consecutive wins, Roltinga said the team has focused mainly in their defence, crediting their effort in the last 2 matches.
Yeah, this week we focused mainly on our defence. Normally our defence is good, like last week and the previous week we played. Our defence was good, but we come here just add on to what we played last game. We add on some of our defensive tricks, and we're looking forward for our next game with the Ipswich. So now we are mainly looking at our defence.
They actually top team, and got this respect, and prepared well. We face them, I think. We work the training them and so the game where we actually keep them scoreless the second half.
Makeshift 5'8" Joshua Lau has been inspirational since pulling the number 6 jumper for the Hunters. Lau attributed last 2 weekends' win to good preparation. He said the wins have given them confidence ahead of the match against Ipswich Jets.
I think me, Jamie, Morait, Midland play last year too, like a couple of games we played them too, and Finley coming in after Jamie. Yeah.
While expressing confidence that he can cement the 5'8" position for the Hunters going forward, Lau highlighted that he finds spine partners Finley Glare and Jamie Mavoko comfortable to play along with.
Midla play alright. I think Midla play one tell diesel captain and play spine on time, so I'm coming, I'm just fitting.
Ahead of their match against Jets, the PNG Hunters head coach Paul Iton added that having 3 wins on trot will be great, but they are focusing on getting small things right, as they did in the previous weekends, and the result will take care of itself.
Oh, that'd be great, yeah. The outcome would be good, but I guess we go back down to what we do each session and doing the small things small targets that we have for ourselves each game, and all we're focusing on is that again for this week. We had that focus for last week, just some small little goals as a team, individually and as a team, and we're just going to do the same for this next game.
Hakari United have suffered 0-1 defeat to Auckland City FC this morning at the OFC Men's Champions League in Tahiti. Despite playing on the back foot in most part of the match, the Hakari United put on a resilient show against the reigning OFC Men's Champions League champions until the 93rd minute. Goal to Auckland City FC took them home. In the post-match interview, head coach of Hakari United David Muta said he is happy with his side put a resilient performance against the strong New Zealand outfit. Muta said his men committed to the game plan and did many things right, but it was unfortunate they didn't get a win. He further said the Hakari United still has a chance in the tournament. They are looking forward to their next match against Fiji on Friday. The Papua New Guinea women's under-19 cricket team, Cialis, have won 1 out of 2 of its matches at the ICC Under-19 Women's T20 East Asia Pacific World Cup qualifier in Bali, Indonesia. In the first outing, Cialis played against Samoa on Tuesday, May 14th. Samoa had the upper hand, baiting out Cialis by 4 wickets. PNG were 8 for 123 and Samoa 6 for 124. In today's match against Fiji, PNG made a big leap to rebound from their loss to win by 142 runs. Prime Minister James Marape has congratulated Papua New Guinea men's cricket national team, the Barramundis, who will appear in the ICC Men's T20 World Cup for the second time. The Barramundis departed for the event on Monday. The ICC T20 World Cup will be co-hosted by West Indies and United States from June 7th to 29th. As the Barramundis departed for the World Cup, Prime Minister James Marape expressed his best wishes to the team's management, coaching staff, officials and players. Marape's message to the players was that they are not only participants in a World Cup event, they are representatives of the great nation Papua New Guinea. He said this significant achievement fills his government and the people of Papua New Guinea with immense pride. The Prime Minister praised the team for their passion and dedication to cricket. He urged the players to don the PNG colours with pride and face their opponents with confidence, as the country will be cheering for them in support. He concluded by urging the PNG men's national cricket team to aim high and give their absolute best, expressing confidence in the side. He said, every victory on the field from the PNG Barras is a victory for all of Papua New Guinea. The Barramundis entering the ICC T20 Men's World Cup as champions from the East Asia Pacific region, following a robust qualifying round under the International Cricket Council system. The team, who left the country earlier this week, on Monday will engage in several warm-up matches before the official tournament begins. Meanwhile, the PNG Barramundis head coach Tatenda Taibu, when announcing the team last week, said he is confident in the side he has assembled for the World Cup. He said the Barras have had ample preparations and are ready for the World Cup. That's all we have in sports. Camilla.
Thank you, Rex. And now the weather forecast. To regional, southern, Port Moresby, mostly fine. Alatau, partly cloudy with possible few showers. Momase, Lae and Vanimo, partly cloudy with possible few showers. New Guinea Islands, Lorengau and Kavieng, partly cloudy with few showers. And Kimbe, few possible showers. To the Highlands region, Mount Hagen, cloudy periods with possible showers. Coral Sea, seas rough to very rough with southeast winds of 25 to 33 knots, increasing to 34 to 47 knots. Waters of southern PNG, Indonesian border to Daru to Kiwai Islands, Kerema to Yule Island, Hood Point to Samarai Islands, seas 2 to 3 meters, rising to 3.5 to 4 meters along gale warning areas. And that wraps up another edition of TVWAN News. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
The TVWAN News was proudly brought to you by
BSP, our bank, our people.